Hatton, filmmaker. I saw the artist's brief for the commission and I wasn't sure at first if I was actually going to apply. Obviously it had to be a project that took part in South Holland or Boston. So I looked at the map and there's Crowland, a small town right on the border of the district. And I'd been there years ago on the way back from a filming trip, and I'd been really inspired by the ruined west front of the old abbey. And the west front window is now this aperture. And I was really interested in how stained glass windows used to tell narratives, and they told very, very simple stories about the Old and New Testaments. And I thought there was a parallel to be made between that and filmmaking. You work within the confines of an aspect ratio, an aperture, and you tell stories in a very visual medium. And I thought I'd like to make a new stained glass window with my tools in film, in a digital format, a stained glass window for the 21st century that talked about the relationship between the people of Crowland and what is their abbey. For this project, the first thing to do was to actually engage with the public. It's a consultation programme. They came along to the ice cream van over a period of 2 days and told me their feelings, their opinions, their experiences of the abbey. And it was about taking those on board and letting that shape the project. My original idea had been to talk more about the town and the abbey, but it became very clear that people were interested in the abbey. That was the focal point, the centre point for the town.
If we were like anywhere to go, if we like felt sorry for each other, or if we're like we could go to the abbey and say that.
Think, can't we? It's like normally just go there and think.
It's a very difficult subject to try and tell you what I really do feel deep down. I couldn't live without going to church. It means that much to me. Deep, deep down.
Once I had that audio, I tried to pick out themes. Those themes I put together to make a narrative. From that, I then came into the abbey over a period of weeks, starting to work on the visuals and edit the piece, which was great because people would come in, they'd drop in and say, what you're working on, what is this project? And it was another example of where we could actually say to people, this is transported, this is the project, what do you think of it? Where would you like to see it go? The actual film is made up of many stills and video and scans that I've made, both on site at the Abbey and also looking at old lithographs, old illustrations that I found in manuscripts and books. I've taken those, I've layered them up in a way that almost mirrors the construction of these windows. It mirrors the way that a stained glass window is fragmented. The lines that you see in the window where the lead would join the pieces is mirrored in the film, where you have these fragments that are layered one on top of each other. So you see that, you see the different colours, you see the movement of light. You don't see very literal representations of the town or of the Abbey, but you see a lot of abstraction, and that's been supported by the voice of the people of Crowland.
And you know that the worship's been going on there. You know that in some cases the same prayer's been said for generation after generation after generation, and that makes it a special place.
I'm always affected by this place that's just been soaked in prayer of all sorts of people down through the ages.
The important thing about a project like Transported is that the art is coming to the people. You're finding that art's being put in unexpected places. People are stumbling across it and wanting to find out more. People want to engage, they want to investigate more, they want to find out more about different art forms, and they want to take part. I think it's important as well that when you have a programme like this, you give a wide variety of arts opportunities. There are so many art forms that people don't necessarily think of as art forms. So I think it's important that you actually say to people, this is what's available. Experience it, see what you think of it, see if you like it, see if it suits your community, and then tell us what you want us to do. What's your reaction? And that's the point of artist consultation programmes like this, is that you ask the people to shape the direction of the programme, not the other way around. And it shouldn't be that artists are dropped into a community, be it Crowland or Boston or Holbeach or Spalding, and they come and they are given some funding to do a project and then leave. It's important that it's spent correctly and it's spent in a way that does have a long-lasting effect for future generations.